For development units, Mr. Gardner's on.
All right, can I get the file? Good morning, Mr. Gibson.
Gibson, he's got, I was gonna try to print out a lot of the stuff, but a lot of the stuff is really blank file.
Good morning, everyone. Court is now in session. Judge Sean B. Perkins. Our court is in session. Please keep your backgrounds quiet and clear. Sit back, wait for your names to be called. Also, if you're in a vehicle, there is no driving when court is in session. Also, there will be no talking, eating, drinking, gum chewing, walking around, or smoking of any kind, and please remain arrested at all times. Thank you. Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Good morning. So I have you checked in, Mr. Gales.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Bachman, you ready to go? We're gonna need Mr. Bachman.
I am not reading it very clearly, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
We're not hearing you very clearly either.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a better space.
Your Honor, can you send me back to the breakout room? Somehow it didn't go through.
Because I didn't send you there.
That would do it all day.
All right, we have Carl on the line.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. This must be Kyle Gardner.
Yes, sir. Sir?
Yes, I have you checked in. Mr. Bachman, you need that? Oh, he's not ready yet. There, Mr. Bachman is. Well, we're just waiting on Mr. Bachman to get a good connection. I think, aside from me, he's probably the most important person in the room for you guys because he's your defense attorney, and he's a very good one. So I suggest you use him wisely and take his advice.
Yes, sir.
Anybody saying anything?
I don't know.
Yeah. You do have two attorneys on Wednesday.
Some serious.
Yes.
Elwood Berry.
Yes.
Norman.
Elwood Berry, I be here.
All right. All right, we ready, Counselor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's call the case. What is there gonna be a resolution? Are we gonna get a trial date? What are we gonna do?
Your Honor, we're requesting an additional 60-day extension. There were some issues with discovery that need to be further addressed. I've spoken to the city attorney, and it's my understanding is that those outstanding issues can be resolved in the next 60 days, and then we'll be able to decide whether we want to continue with our trial request.
All right, this is the city of Detroit. Is it your client area he's here? This is the city of Detroit versus Fernando Avella Medina, case number U5728820. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Leonid Garbuzov, P number 70520, appearing on behalf of defendant Fernando Ovalle Medina, who's present via Zoom. Your Honor, my client does consent to having today's proceeding held via Zoom for purposes of today's hearing.
All right, the client I have needs an interpreter, but for this purposes of today, I'm sure that you can, that won't necessarily be necessary from what I understand and what your request was off the record, Counselor.
Yes, Your Honor, and I speak Spanish. I'll relay all the information of what transpired today to my client directly.
Oh, very well, Stan. All right. Let's say this is going to be a final pre-trial, and you're requesting 60 days, but I'm going to give you more than that. Just so any kinks can be worked out, I'm going to give you, I don't know. Is that 60 days? No, that's not 60 days from now. If you want 60 days, I'll give you till December 17, 2021. And 8:30 a.m.
That should be fine, Your Honor.
All right. If it's nothing further, you have a great day.
Thank you very much. You as well.
Mr. Baughman is still not situated yet, so I don't know when he pulled the plug and give us another city attorney, a house counsel, but we'll give him a few more minutes. Because the wheels of justice, although we know they move slow, we need to pick up the pace. This is not right. Did you check all these, Mr. Gibson?
The rest are civil records.
No, he's got it. All these 95 cases are warrants. Still, all these 95 cases are misdemeanors. He's got 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Are any alcohol related?
Nope.
Is this? 95.
No. 15. 2015.
Oh, print roll. Oh, I thought those, I can go to the register. You have to print them. I thought they were.
I like print
They had a fee on it. I thought they were still correct.
Mr. Yeah, call. Welcome. Yes.
Boy, I don't need you adjusting nothing. Say that either, but I don't do it.
And see where he is and see what. Where's Baldwin?
Hold on one second. Mr. Parker? Oh.
What he said?
I wasn't at the call him to see him.
Those other things that-
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Trying to do something.
Oh, okay, that's all right. I just.
I know, right? I'm trying to.
What did he say?
I wasn't able to, I don't think he could hear me. I'm gonna call him right back. I kept saying hello, hello.
Technology, sometimes.
It's only good when you.
On the environment. Especially when you got one of those, what they call it, government zones.
Oh, yeah, right. Those are like trash, you know.
I got AT&T and
Yeah.
they talk about all these commercials, they're the best. I'm like, nah.
No, they,
y'all
no,
gotta rethink
really.
better.
They depend on what other people look like.
You see.
Of course, Verizon doesn't have it. All right, here's Mr. Gibson stuff, all wrapped up for you.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Let me get the offer.
Okay, we can get number 929 36 286. I know. Yeah. 36 2866.
All right, Mr. Grayson, the clock is ticking
Okay,
for
we
you.
saved it.
If the officer doesn't show up.
He's calling
Here,
you.
sir, you just don't have me on your screen.
No, I'm saying, I'm just letting you know that the officer's supposed to be here at 9 o'clock. I'll give him a half-hour grace period. If the officer doesn't show up, then we'll call the case and get you on your way.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Galloway, we'll get you on your way as soon as we get, let's see. He's at work. Get that money to pay these fines and costs. All right, Mr. Galloway, are you there?
Good morning.
All right. Well, that's Mr. Bachman.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get going. Mr. Galloway, are you there? All right, I need you to unmute yourself. We'll get you on your way. All right, we can get going now. Let's see, Mr. Galloway. All right, well, we don't have him. Start from the top. This is the city of Detroit versus Candace, Denise, Gibson. Case number is E-105-3535, counts 1 and counts 2. 18-437-069, 1 and counts 2. Ms. Gibson, are you there?
Yes.
Hey, I'm here.
Please.
My audio wasn't working.
All right, well, hold on, Mr. Galloway, you'll be next. State your name for the record, Ms. Gibson.
Candace Denise Gibson.
All right, Ms. Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Bachman. Put your appearance on the record, please.
Harry Boffman for the defendant, Your Honor. P55052. Thank you.
Okay, so we have an offer here to plead to the amended count of failure to display a valid driver's license. I'll fine you $240 in that matter, and I'll dismiss the other counts. That's going to be a misdemeanor that will be abstractable to the Secretary of State. It doesn't carry any points, but it carries an automatic 30-day suspension upon conviction. So today would start that 30-day suspension if you took that offer. You can take that offer today, or I can set you a trial date and get you another court date. You may do better. You're not going to do necessarily any worse, but you may do better. If the officer doesn't show, we'll dismiss them all. But that's the offer for today. You can also have an opportunity to speak with Mr. Bachman in the breakout room if you want some more information or need some advice on how to proceed. What would you like to do, Ms. Gibson?
You said I can take the 30-day suspension?
Yes, if you take the offer today, I'll fine you $240 and it'll be a 30-day suspension.
Okay, that's fine.
You want to do that?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to waive the warrant fees. You're going to also be responsible for the 4 reinstatement fees of $45 a piece, but that would be regardless of whether the case has gotten dismissed or anything. But all I'm concerned about is the $240. You have to concern yourself about the reinstatement fees when you want to go approach the Secretary of State for a driver's license.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes.
All right. And you
Now I
raise
have
your
a
right.
question.
Yes. What's your question?
The $600 that I paid for the warrants, would that go towards the tickets or anything?
If you have a bond, let me see if you have a bond here. If you have a bond, that certainly would go toward the cost of the tickets. And I see you have 100. I see you have 200. I see that you have 400 and 600. Yeah, this should clear everything up.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Raise your right hand, please, ma'am.
Yes.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down, ma'am. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for these offenses are 93 days in jail and or $500 fines?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial?
Yes.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's stated in the record?
No.
Okay, let me draw your attention back to January 4th, 2020 at around 4:37 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Joy Road and Asbury Park, ma'am. Did you have an occasion on that day to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes.
On that day, did the police officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Can you repeat yourself?
Did the police officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license on that day?
Yes. And I told him I didn't have any license.
Right, so that will do it. That, I will accept your plea. Are you satisfied, Counselor?
Yes, I am satisfied. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, I'll accept your plea to the amended count of failure to display a valid driver's license. I will find you guilty of the amended count of failure to display a valid driver's license. And I will fine you $240. I'll waive the warrant fees and all the matters, and I'll expect you to pay the reinstatement fees and all the matters. When can you pay, ma'am?
I can come today and pay the $240.
All right, will you stipulate probable cause, Counselor, for the dismissal of the other matters?
I couldn't hear you.
Thank you.
All right, with that stipulation, I'm going to dismiss the other matters. I'm going to say, if you're coming down today, you don't have to bring any money, it doesn't seem. All you have to do is come down to the window and let them know that you want to apply your bond to all of the matters. And then, but
Okay.
they're not going to give you any money back. Any money back that you have remaining is going to come in the mail to you. So you better make sure they have the correct address as well.
Hello.
You hear me, ma'am?
I can hear you now.
I said, any money that you have in return is not going to be given back to you today. It's going to come in the mail. So you better make sure that you have the correct address. Are you still over there?
Okay.
Are you still over there on the north end, ma'am?
Yes.
That's my old stomping ground. So tell everybody over there, Judge Perkins said hi. All right, let's put in the computer. I didn't hear you.
I said, I think I came in front of you before once when I was in juvenile.
No, that was another Judge Perkins. Not to be confused with this one.
Okay.
All right. Are you a registered voter?
Yes.
All right, make sure you exercise that right to vote coming up as well too. I'm gonna put in the computer a review date for October 29th. And that's just for the purposes of making sure these matters are closed. If you come down here today, that payment should register. So if the thing is all cleared up, the 29th, we'll make sure all of this stuff is closed. If you haven't taken care of it by then, you're gonna need to show back up in court at 8:25 a.m. on October 29th, all right?
Okay, well, I'll be down in Lakeshore. I'm about to be on my way out the door.
All right, have a great day, ma'am.
You too, thank you.
They still hold by all of them way past 7 years.
Not all of them are.
What the state?
For the state,
Yeah.
you got it.
I said
One.
all right, he get one.
You got a good, he's, all right, so let's move. Mr. Galloway, are you there? I'm trying to get you back to.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, very well. All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Eddie Lamar Galloway, case number SP 109-14051 and SP 11010741. Mr. Galloway, you have the charge that's going to be a sort of a situation for you is that open intox driver. That's a misdemeanor that has 2 points on your driver's license upon conviction, right? And the only offer that the prosecutor is willing to offer in these instances is an open intox passenger. To me, I look at that as a non-offer because the open intox passenger is the same misdemeanor with the same amount of points on your driver's license. So you can either, and I'll dismiss the other ticket, but you can either take that deal and pay the $240 and get the 2 points on your license, or I can just set a trial date for you, and then we'll see what happens at the date of trial. It will allow you to probably beat it. You may do better. You're not going to do any worse. What would you like to do? And I can let you speak to Mr. Bachman in the breakout room if you like to.
So I have something to say. So I have court for another matter on the 14th, I believe, that I missed. I wanted to ask that you guys run together, and I wanted
to traffic court?
Take it to trial. Pardon me.
Is that traffic court?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is all going to be on the. I'm consolidating. I mean, I treat it like a one-stop shop for everybody. I just get all your matters and consolidate them. If they're in traffic court in front of me, you're going to be. Everybody's going to have the one day they're going to take the deal.
Okay. Well, I would like to take it to trial.
All right, let's go with that. Let's see, just to make sure I see that the court date. Yes, December 7th for that other court date. So no, I'm going to give you a December 3rd trial date.
Okay.
And then all of it will be 9 a.m. December 3rd, 9 a.m. Both of those matters will be Now, do you have a driver's? You don't have a driver's license, right?
No, I do.
Obviously, you don't.
Well, I mean, well, my job just ran them, and
all right, run this
they
driver's
wouldn't let me
license.
work if I didn't have them.
Well, I'm gonna make sure, but based on what I see here, you don't have one. So we'll make sure that you're informed. Now, Mr. Baughman, if he doesn't have a driver's license, you want to make a motion for him?
Yes, Your Honor. If he's got a valid driver's license, we would move for dismissal based on compliance.
Do y'all want to see him?
What I'm saying is, no, well, he's got that open intox. You can't dismiss that. The driver's license will be, what I'm saying is, I'll allow him to pay the reinstatement fees up. That Sir, that might not be the worth the plastic is printed on. I'm gonna get you what the Secretary of State says right now.
Okay.
This is
I just got a letter in the mail from them.
Yes, Eddie Galloway. All right, well, I just want to make sure so you're not out there riding dirt.
All right, me.
And you're out there riding dirt.
Yeah.
Because it's suspended, sir.
They are suspended?
They are suspended.
Due to what? I just came from
due to these tickets here. So what I'll allow you to do is I'll allow you to pay the reinstatement fees up front. So you can get that driver's license reinstated. That means you're gonna have to come down here and pay those reinstatement fees, $45 a piece. That's $90.
At 36?
Yes.
I was just there. They said I couldn't do it because they were misdemeanor tickets.
Sir, I'm the judge, sir. I'm the judge. I'm trying to
look. Now I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just saying that what I was there doing last week before I.
Sir. I'm trying to hook you up.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Come down here, pay the reinstatement fees up front. Bring $90. They should allow you to do that. We're going to put it in the system so you can do that. And then that should generate you a driver's license if you don't have any other tickets anywhere else. And I'm not going to go through this long old driving record to see. All right? That way you should be able to come in here with a valid license on December 3rd if you don't have anything else in any other jurisdictions.
Okay.
All right, make sure you let them pay those reinstatement fees up front. All right, anything further, sir?
Where do I get those papers? You say I'll take them?
No, you just come down here and then you let the cashier know that the judge has ordered you to pay the reinstatement fees up front, allow you to pay the reinstatement fees up front.
Okay.
All right, so bring that $90 in.
All right.
And then keep that date, December 3rd, 2021. That's a trial date at 9 a.m.
Okay.
All right. There's nothing further, sir. Have a great day.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's go to the next person. Ernest Gibson. Oh, let's this is Courtney Griffin. The officer said he's going to dismiss your tickets, man.
Oh, it's me. I'm
Sorry, Mr. Griffin. So let me wait till the city attorney gets back in here.
Okay.
Courtney Griffin, the officer called. He wants to dismiss. He doesn't have a recollection. He has a flag.
That's beautiful news.
All right. Let's go to Mr. Ernest James Gibson. You there, sir?
Yes, sir.
City of Detroit versus Ernest James Gibson. Case numbers SD 4076871. 0534-109, 0539-826. These are in warrant status. 1043-85-161, 11-42-4478, counts 1 and counts 2, 12-4605-621, 12. No, all right, strike that. 12-4-9-3-8-3-4-1, 14-4-6-7-6-0-5-1, 17-2-6-9-3-2-0-1, 18-4-2-4-8-5-7-1. Appearance for the record, please.
Harry Baughman for the defendant, Your Honor. Sir, would you announce your name for the court?
Ernest Gibson.
All right, out of all these matters, sir, the prosecutor wants you to just plead to one failure to display. And the reason is that all these other ones are so old that they're not even gonna prosecute any of those. So you got the benefit of waiting it out. What we call absconding, or what is it? What do they call it in the?
I can't even hear.
System, Mr. Boffman?
Running
Flight to avoid prosecution. So, with that being said, it's a $200 fine for the failure to display a valid driver's license. The other matters will be dismissed. You do have some civil infractions that you're going to have to take care of. When you're ready to take care of those, you can zoom back in, and the court can see if we can give you some relief on some of the discretionary fees. Because in this
Somebody
court,
in front of the house, Carla. Look like might be.
You got to put your thing on mute, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. So sorry.
So in this court, we believe in being fair and reasonable, and the overriding principle in my court is to try and get everybody a driver's license as we possibly can. So with that being said, that's why I will go back and waive some of those discretionary fees, but only until you take care of what's in front of you today. And then you come back in once that's taken care of, and we'll see what we can do about the other stuff. You want to take this offer, sir? You want to go to trial, or do you want to speak to Mr. Boffman in a breakout room regarding it?
I want to take the offer.
I would think you would. All right. So, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right, you can put your hand down, sir. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for these offenses is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, sir.
All right, sir, let me draw your attention way back to May the 6th, 2018 at around 11:35 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Jefferson and St. Jean. Did you have an occasion on that day to be pulled by a Detroit police officer?
Yes.
And on that day, sir, did that officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes.
And you couldn't do so, could you?
No, sir.
All right, why is that?
Because they were suspended.
All right, that's it. That's all you need to know. I'm going to accept your plea to the amended count of failure to display a valid driver's license, and with the stipulation of probable cause, I'm going to dismiss all these other matters.
So stipulated. Thank you.
All right. So, sir, when can you pay?
Today.
Today?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to put in the system for you to pay by October. Well, we're going to have you back anyway. This Friday, October 22nd at 8:25. I'm going to put it as a review.
Okay.
And we'll, on that day when you come back, we'll close this matter out under failure to display if you've paid. And if you haven't paid, you better come with some good reason why you haven't. I'm going to waive all the warrant fees, and I'm going to make you responsible for all the reinstatement fees. And then I told you if that's paid, we'll go back on Friday and revisit some of those discretionary fees that are on there, the late fees. All right, and we'll give you some relief.
So what do I pay today?
$240. It might list on one of the tickets, the ticket that says $285.
Yes.
All I'm really concerned about is 240 of that 285.
Okay.
And then the other stuff, I would wait until, unless it's those $45 reinstatement fees, you'll see 45 instead of 95. You'll see 45. You can pay any number of those that you want to. on the other things, the civil infractions, that 346, 324, I will wait until Friday to get the reduction in that.
Okay, anyone that's for insurance, I do have insurance now too. I don't know if that helps any.
Come on. You keep that insurance.
Okay.
But that $45 is gonna stick on all of them. You
All
got,
right.
you ran into a gold mine today.
Thank you.
All right, so remember, October 22nd is a review, and we'll see you back on that day at 8:25 in the morning. We try to make it first come, first serve. That's what we try to do, if at all possible. All right.
I'll be in at 8:20.
All right, we should be here, God willing. Are you registered to vote, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, I hope you exercise that right as well. It's a very important one. And what I was thinking, you know, a lot of times, most people only vote in the presidential term elections, but a lot of people don't realize that for everyday life, these midterm elections are really the most important, because these are where your local officials, they have the most impact immediately on your life, on your livelihood. So hope you make sure you get out to vote in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, thank you.
If you haven't done so already. All right, that's my voting thing today. Anything further, sir?
No, sir.
All right, if there's nothing further, I'll see you back on this Friday.
Okay, thank you.
All right, have a good one. All right. Let's get next up. All of those are going to be dismissed except for that front one there, and then we'll waive the warrant fees and pay the reinstatement fees. All right, let's go with Dolores Odom.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Very well, very well.
That's good.
All right, let's call the case. Let's see. You two have a lot of civil infractions sitting here now that you need to take care of. I don't know why we have this old two misdemeanors. Counselor, okay. Ms. Odom Lamar, Forrest, and old, but let me see the misdemeanor. What's the charge? Driver's license and no insurance, so. Yep. It's four, so 2 and 2. It's not 4, it's these are, I don't see 4 misdemeanors, I see 3 misdemeanors. I see 2 misdemeanors, that's it. The other 2 were taken care of. Okay, but the file says 4. Hold on, let's see, when did you pay these other 2? That was way back in 2019. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna end there. How far are you? A little ways from getting your driver's license, I already know.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
So you're a little ways from getting your driver's license. How close or how far are you away from getting your driver's license?
Well, I'm actually here today to see what all I have to pay for to get them back, because I really need them.
Of course you do. All right, so Here's the deal, ma'am. Do we call the case? Let's call the case. This is the City of Detroit versus Dolores Lynn Odom, case number SP 103-7393, counts 1 and counts 2.
Good morning, Your Honor. Harry Bob for the defendant. Ma'am, your name, please.
Dolores Odom.
Ms. Odom.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Here's the deal. I'm going to allow you to plead to one of these misdemeanors. I'm going to allow you to plead to the failure to display a valid driver's license. That's going to incur automatic 30-day suspension. And I'll dismiss the other matter. And I'll too, when you take care of that and show the court that you're really serious about getting your driver's license back, I'll too allow you to come back in and I can give you some relief on some of these civil infractions. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 civil infractions that you haven't paid. So I can save you a few $100s on those, at least, if not more. But you have to show the court that you are wanting to take care of these matters, and by showing the court, well, you're here now, so that tells the court a lot. But by paying the fine and cost that I'm going to, if you take the deal today. Now, keep in mind, you have a right to a trial too. So you could do better, you could do worse. You're not going to do any worse. You will give you a trial date December 3rd. You might be able to beat both of these cases and not have to pay that $240.
How much is it if I was to pay it? If I was to pay for both cases?
No, you're going to just pay for one. That'll be $240, and I'll dismiss the other one.
Okay, I can pay the $240.
Well, you got to keep listening to what I'm telling you. Okay. You have a right to a trial. Everybody has a right to a trial, and you can clear these 2 cases up today by paying for one. I'll dismiss the other. You'll pay the $240, or you can wait until December 3rd trial date. If the officer doesn't show, you'll be sitting pretty like Mr. Griffith and possibly Mr. Grayson, and you won't have to pay that $240. You can put that $240 toward the other stuff, but you got to wait till December 3rd to find that out. Or you can pay it today and get it done today. Or you can speak to Mr. Bachman in a breakout room, and he can kind of help advise you a little bit better.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I mean, it's okay. So it sounds like if I pay the $240, you're gonna dismiss the other ones, and then the civil infractions, will I have to still worry about those?
Oh yes, but I told you I'll give you some relief on those by waiving some of the warrant discretionary fees. But that's only after you show up and you tell me and that you met your agreement that you enter into today potentially. Okay,
I will do that because I can come down and pay the $240 today, and then we can go through the next
step. Talk on Friday, like we did. Can you raise your right hand, ma'am?
Yes.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. You understand the maximum possible penalty for these offenses are 93 days in jail and/or $500 in fines?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial?
Yes.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what I stated in the record?
No.
All right, now let me draw your attention back to October 30th of 2019 in the city of Detroit at around 4:02 p.m. in the area of Nevada and Buffalo. Did you have an occasion to get pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day, ma'am?
Yes, I did. I was picking my kids up from school. I did.
All right. And on that day, did that officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes.
And you couldn't do so, could you?
I didn't know it was suspended, so I handed it to him, and that's when he told me it was suspended.
So you couldn't produce that driver's license, could you?
Correct.
Satisfied with the factual basis. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, very well. I'm satisfied as well. I'm going to find you guilty of the amended count of failure to display a valid driver's license. With that, I'm going to dismiss the other matter. with stipulation of probable cause.
So stipulated, thank you.
All right, and when can you pay, ma'am?
I can, if I can pay it online, I can pay it online today, or I can come down there and pay it.
Very well. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have you pay. I'm gonna waive the warrant fees. And you're gonna be responsible for any reinstatement fees. We're gonna say pay by October 22nd, 2021. I'm gonna set this for review. I want you back at 8:25 a.m. on October 22nd, 2021, and we'll discuss those civil infractions.
Okay.
Anything
Okay, now I have
further?
a question. I did
Yes.
pay $200 for the warrants. Do that go towards anything?
It certainly will. So
Okay.
you can do that one of a few ways. You can go online and, like you say, today and pay it. I would make sure the address is proper that you have. And once you clear up, well, I would say just we could put the request in, put the bond toward this. You have an ink pen, ma'am?
No.
We're gonna see how this works. So you're gonna come back on Friday and let us know. Can you get an ink pen or put it in your phone or something? To know?
You said, can I get an ink pen? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Yes, I can get a pen. Okay, so right here.
The writing pen, yep.
You said October 22nd,
8:25 a.m. That's when I want you back, but I want you to take this number down.
Okay.
313-965-5228.
Okay.
All right, that I want you to, we're gonna put the request in here. I want you to follow up in a couple of hours. After we put this request in, I want you to follow up and call that number and let them know you want to apply that bond to case number SP 103-73931.
Okay.
All right, and then you're gonna have to pay some more money. So you can either go online and pay, or you can come down in person. What I would suggest is that you pay the ones that have the $45 fee.
Okay.
You're gonna pay off that one, the one that ends in a 2, and then the other ones that have, 2 other ones that have $45, and then come back on Friday, and then I can give you some relief on these ones that are 198, 200, 300, 200, 132. I can give you some relief on those, all right?
Okay.
Very well. If nothing further, have a great day, ma'am.
Thanks, you too.
All right. All right, let's call Mr. Grayson. You dodged the bullet.
Yes, sir.
All right. This is the City of Detroit versus Charles Curtis Grayson, case number 05-335-231. Appearance for the record, please.
Morning, Your Honor. Harry Boffman, P55052 on behalf of the defendant. Mr. Grayson, can you state your name, please?
Charles Curtis Grayson.
Your Honor, today is the date and time for trial in this matter. Without a complaining witness, I believe that the prosecution is going to be unable to proceed. We'd ask you to consider a motion to dismiss without prejudice here and now. Thank you.
All right, so we made that motion. Mr. Grayson, are you still in Arizona, sir?
Yes, sir.
So you, can you bring us some of that warm weather still? Send it on.
I can try to put it in the mail for you, sir.
Express. All right, because it's about starting to get cold here. So, all right, Mr. Grayson, you have got this. monkey off your back because I'm gonna grant counselor's motion to dismiss because, well, let's go through the motion. Is 9:35, the police or the prosecution had until 9:30 to present their witnesses, and not hearing or seeing any witnesses online, I'm going to grant the motion to dismiss. So hopefully, sir, you have changed your lifestyle up. It appears that you have, based on seeing you in court, the representations that have been made over the last couple of times we've been here. And I just hope that you put these matters behind you. And if you're gonna drink, just don't do it and get behind the wheel.
Yes, sir.
All right, anything further, sir?
What would be my reinstatement fees, Your Honor, for the Secretary of State?
$45.
$45?
Yeah.
All right.
So do you ever get back here to Michigan?
Yes, I do. I was home this year in February. I had to come home and bury my third oldest brother.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So yes, I come pretty rarely, and then when I come home, I don't drive anything because I don't go anywhere.
All right. Well, it's not about driving. Well, I guess it would be about driving if you don't have a driver's license, but it's really is about drinking and driving. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, but you can you don't even have to express mail that $45. You can get online right now and go pay that $45 at 36districtcourt.org.
36districtcourt.org?
Yep.
All right.
All right, that case is going to be dismissed, sir. If there's no further questions, you enjoy yourself, and we'll see you in the future, possibly. Not in here.
Thank you, Your Honor. You guys have a great week and a beautiful Halloween weekend here.
All right, you too.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it. Come on, man.
Ryan Gales. You there, sir?
Yes, sir.
Let's check some more people in. I see Mr.
Yes,
Joseph Bardo there.
Yeah.
We'll get you in, and then I see Keith Lanson. We'll have you in. We'll check you in. Mr. Lanson, do you have insurance? You're on mute.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Are you driving, sir?
No.
All right, well, you might want to get that insurance out and have it ready when we call your name.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Gales.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see what you have going on here. All right, so you have an improper use of a stored plate. That's in default. That's a civil infraction. I'm going to allow that default to be set aside. It's been here. So let's call the case. This is the City of Detroit versus Ryan Sherman Gales, case number 217-12259, count 2. 217-1260, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Harry Boffman for the defendant. Sir, would you state your name, Mr. Gales?
Ryan S. Gales.
Thank you.
Do you have a driver's license, sir?
Sir.
Do you have a driver's license?
Absolutely, sir.
All right, let's run his license.
Yes.
Yes, please. All right, so with that being said, we'll have to, if that license is good, we'll amend this offer because the offer is a failure to display a valid driver's license, and that'll trigger an automatic 30-day suspension. And that is not our purpose to have someone who has a valid license take a plea to something that will suspend this license. Our purpose here is to try to get everybody a valid license and by offer them some fair and reasonable offer, and that would be kind of unreasonable. Mr. Gale sounds like he has a valid driver's license and a very good one, by the way, that I only heard one page print off on that printer. And the license is valid. Very good driver's license, sir.
Thank you, sir. I do realize license is a privilege.
Nice.
All right. Let's see. I kind of believe that a license should be a right, though. You know, because you almost have to have one, especially in our area, to live, because there's no real reliable public transportation and things like that. But with that being said, do you have insurance? Do you have registration?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You produce that.
Yes, sir.
Will you produce that?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to give you an opportunity to produce that. You want to get those copies for the court?
Yes.
Come in with a
Give me
nice
a moment.
shirt. Come in with a nice shirt and tie. You're taking this seriously. I like that.
Yes, just give me one moment, sir.
Certainly.
Here, babe, do you want me to look?
What?
I don't know where no damn insurance is. I don't know where it's at.
Mr. Lanza, you have Mr. Lanza, you have to put this device on mute, sir.
You had insurance, and that's how you left with the fuck.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Gill. Can you hear me, sir?
Sir?
All right, go ahead. Can you produce that paperwork?
Yes, sir.
All right, hold it up.
This is
We got to be able to see it, so.
this is
So that is 2018 Chevrolet ending in 807, I believe. This was not the plate that you were driving on this date, no? Let's see.
Your Honor, no, that was, at the time I was working for DLA Motors, LLC. I was pulled over on one of the vehicles we recently purchased, and I was driving on that dealer plate at the time.
All right. So what we're
I was
gonna
the
do,
agent at that dealer, just for cases. I was the only agent for the dealer, and I was authorized to drive vehicles home and to ensure safety, you know, for the consumers that were selling vehicles to after they came off the shop. That was the example in this particular case.
so something gave them cause to pause to pull you over. So let me ask you this. Let me see the insurance of your vehicle.
I don't have the printout on that. I'm trying to have my phone, which my phone is, I just don't have that information present at this second, sir.
All right, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna send you my information in the chat. And I want you to email me that information, right? But I'm gonna accept your representation that you have insurance. Now, why they gave you these tickets, I don't know, but
I can answer that for you, Your Honor.
I don't think that you need to. All I know is that I'm going to give you my example of fair and reasonable justice. I'm going to dismiss these matters, but I still want you to forward me that copy of insurance that you have on your personal vehicle, okay?
Yes.
All right, and I don't want to have to back this out by not getting that insurance. So I sent my information in the chat. So I'm going to dismiss these matters, and mostly because of your driving history. The offer was pleading to a failure to display. That would have caused you to have to pay. That would cause you to have a automatic 30-day suspension. Your driving history is good. Your driver's license is valid. You show me proper registration for your vehicle and make a representation that you have insurance on the other vehicle. When we get off this line, send me a copy of that insurance so I don't have to send out a warrant for one charge on you, all right?
Correct. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Nothing further, sir. Have a great day, sir.
You too, sir. Thank you.
All right, let's go with Mr. Carl Anthony Gardner.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, good morning to you. Appreciate your patience.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Gardner, you too have a open intox, it appears. And I don't know if you were listening a little earlier about the open intox offer. Let's call the cases. This is the City of Detroit versus Carl Anthony Gardner, SP 1160851, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1160859, count 1. And these two are in warrant status. SP 437609, counts 1 and counts 2. Let's see. All right. Appearance for the record, please. Oh, let's know. Wait. We got some more here. This is 16286164, counts 1, 2, and 3. More. It just keeps on going. 20413832, counts 1, 2, and 3. And another open intox. 204327491. Let's go to the next page. Appearance for the record, please. Did we lose Mr. Bachman? Here's his own line. All right, so Mr. This is a situation where you have two open-end toxins. You only gave him offer for one, and I don't think you saw the extent of his driving record here. But it appears Mr. Carl Anthony Gardner likes to ride with his gin and juice, or whatever his choice of preferred liquor is. And that's just an allegation. I didn't say you did it. I just said it appears that way. Furthermore, he's got a lot of other matters that he needs to address. So I'm glad you're here, sir. And I'm gonna, Mr. Bachman, are you there? He's on here. All right, so here's the deal. I'm going to give this over to the city attorney so he can get you an updated offer. But keep in mind that open-end tox is a misdemeanor and is a 2-point offense. And the only offer the city attorney office offers on those open-end tox is a open-end tox passenger. They admit it's an open-end tox passenger. But to me, that's like a non-offer because that's the same 2 points. I can give you a trial date if you don't like the offer that's going to be presented to you. And as soon as I get with the House Counsel and Mr. Bachman, I'll let you speak with him. Can you give an updated offer, please? So with that being said, Mr. Bachman?
Yes, Your Honor.
We've been waiting on you, sir.
I'm sorry.
We have Mr. Carl Anthony Gardner, who has a lot of cases that are on warrant status. The offer that we have presented, or the offer that's in the file, doesn't encompass the extent of his outstanding matters. So he has two of the offers of the charges are open-end tox driver. I gave him and told him that the city attorney only likes to they only offer the open-end tox passenger, as you probably know.
Yeah.
And that's the same 2 points. I can give him a trial date, or I can set him up in a breakout room with you, and you can speak to him regarding that. So I'm waiting on the city attorney to give me an updated offer for that. In the meantime, we'll pass this matter and we'll call Courtney Griffin. Griffin, are you there? Where is Mr. Griffin? You have to unmute yourself, sir.
Yeah, oh, sweet. I'm unmuted now. I'm right here.
This is the city of Detroit versus Courtney Tevin Griffin, case number 18417-329, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Harry Boffman, P55052, on behalf of the defendant, sir. State your name, please.
Courtney Tevin Griffin.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Griffin, today is the date and time set for a trial in the matter. The officer, Alex Thomas, did call the court, and he indicated to the court that he is not ready to proceed because he has no knowledge of the case. I think he also is dealing with some tire issue or something, got a flat tire. But anyway, we're going to say that at least called in. We're going to dismiss the matter for no officer recollection. All right, so both matters are going to be dismissed, sir. I'll waive the warrant fees, and you're going to be responsible to pay the two $45 reinstatement fees, so $90.
So the warrant fees or whatever should go towards that because I did pay into something for.
Well, the bond, if you pay the bond, that would go in toward that.
Yeah.
Are you still on Rossini?
Yep.
All right, so I would take this number down. Let me make sure that request gets to them. Put that line, take the fees.
Yes.
Mr.
Courtney.
Griffin. Not 313-965-5228.
So 313-965-5228, correct?
Yeah, we'll put that request in, but you can always go online and pay that up front. You'll get those reinstatement, and they'll mail any of the cash you put up back to you at some point. It's gonna take 2 months or so to get that money back.
So it'd be quicker for me to do it online. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, it doesn't matter. We're gonna put the request in anyway, so.
Okay.
It doesn't, it probably would be quicker for you to do it online to get those clearances immediately.
Okay.
All right?
Yep, understood.
All right, if there's nothing further, the case is gonna be dismissed. Have a great day, sir.
You too, appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, let's go with, since he hasn't given me the offer back on Mr. Gardner. We're gonna go with Mr. Lombardo. Did you find that insurance, sir?
I'm here.
No, that's a no ops. And I'm assuming you don't have a valid driver's license either, do you, sir?
It was restricted, and at the time I got pulled over, it was restricted. I got my driver's license record here showing that it was restricted. It's gonna be hard to show you, but
I don't need to see that. I asked you that because
it's suspended now. Yeah.
I know it's suspended. Let's see. See what we can do here. Your Manson, your son played baseball with my son.
Me? No.
Your son, don't you have a son that?
No, I don't.
Do you have a brother that lives in Wolf Point Park or something?
No, there's like a million Lombardos though. I mean, there's probably.
Yeah. I got the wrong spot. I got the wrong spot.
Oh, okay.
Lombardo. I'm looking at it on the screen, right? But so here's. I don't know where you're at with your driver's license situation.
I have to get this cleared up and then I can get it back. It was restricted at the time, and I moved down to Texas, And
All right,
I didn't come to court for work.
Yes, sir. I see that. You're free to leave, sir.
Just Your Honor, I'm sorry. I know you're doing something. All good to go.
I got it. I saw it. You're free to leave,
Okay.
sir.
I got a court meeting on Friday.
With who?
Oh, okay.
You don't have anything else in this court.
Okay. And I don't owe you no more money, right?
For dismissing everything.
So I paid money at the cashier. Do I get that back?
You should.
Just go down to the cashier?
Yes. Well, they won't give you, they'll refund it in the mail.
But I still got to go to the cashiers, correct? Or will they just mail that,
Once we dismiss these cases, I would call this number, 313-965-5228.
Okay, I'm so sorry. 313-965.
5228.
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Nash is putting those dismissals in the system now, so it should be shortly. That's something else.
Recommendation when I should give Ms. Nash a call, Your Honor?
No, you give that number I just gave you a call and let them know that you want a bond refunded.
Oh, yes, Your Honor. Thank you, sir.
All right, very well. Have a great day, sir.
You too. Thank you.
All right, let's go back to Mr. Lombardo. So, sir, you have, all right, here's the deal. He has a situation where he says that he is set to get your driver's license back once you take care of this matter. You've offered him a failure to display. Allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. That'll be a $240 fine, sir. That will be dismissed immediately upon payment of that $240 fine. So it will not generate anything to the Secretary of State. It really becomes like an expensive parking ticket because that misdemeanor will be dismissed when you pay that $240 as well. So it'll be like nothing happened.
I have a $200 bond. Could I put that towards that too, or no?
We definitely want to be able to apply that, and you can pay the rest. I'll waive the warrant fee. You'll have to pay the reinstatement fee. So when they apply that $200 bond, you'll have another $85 to pay. And I'll give you that same number, or you can come down to the court and take care of it right today and probably get things done a little quicker with the payment.
I'm not going to be able to do it today, but.
All right, well, you can do it online or do it however you do it.
All right. Just go online to I'm the same 36th District Court.
Yeah, let's call the case. This is the City of Detroit versus Joseph John Lombardo, case number 185296071. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Harry Baughman for the defendant. Sir, your name, please. Mr. Lombardo, excuse me.
Yeah.
State your name.
Oh, Joseph Lombardo. Sorry.
All right, Mr. Lombardo, off the record, I presented an offer to you that would be to plead to the amended count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive for the no-ops ticket. I'll take that under a 3-month delay. And I also said I'll take it a step further and I'll dismiss immediately upon payment of the $240 fine. You indicated to the court that you would like to take that offer. Now, you understand you have a right to a trial. I can set you up a trial.
Yeah, no. I'll take that, sir.
All right, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, you can put your hand down, sir. Sir, do you understand that the maximum possible penalty for this misdemeanor offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody offered you anything than what's been stated in the record?
No, sir.
All right, sir, let me draw your attention way back to November the 10th, 2018. in the city of Detroit in the area of Lance and Keating, is that correct?
I'm not sure. I was right off 75.
Lance and Keating in the city of Detroit on November 10th. You recall the date and time at around 11:45 a.m.?
I believe so.
And on that day, did you get pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes, sir.
And on that date, did that Detroit police officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes, sir, he did.
And you couldn't do so, could you, sir?
Well, I gave him the restricted license, but he didn't, he didn't agree. I don't want to argue with him. I mean, but I was restricted at the time, but
Were you driving outside of that restriction? If you recall?
I think I was going to and from work. I don't remember. Maybe just say yes for the record. I probably was. I was probably going to the I was probably going to the casino.
Okay. Let's say you definitely were going to the casino. Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm satisfied.
And that didn't allow, that license restriction didn't allow you to go to casino, did it?
Unfortunately, no.
Did you win at the casino? If you were
I don't recall that day. I go quite often, but I don't remember that day.
All right. So I'm going to accept your plea to the amending count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. I do understand that you have a $200 bond. I'm going to say pay by.
Would it be easier for me just to pay the $240 and then just get the bond back so there's no confusion? So for timeliness, you know what I'm saying?
It's the best, whatever way you want to do it. I'm just going to set a review for October 22nd.
Because I'd rather pay online than come down.
All right, so you'll have to pay $285 if you want to get all of your. I'm only concerned about the $240, but the other $45 reinstatement fee.
That's fine.
The clearance, and then eventually that money will be mailed back to you. I will call that number 313-965-5228 after you've paid that $285 and request them to send your bond back to you. Okay. So I'm going to ask for a review at 8:25 a.m. On October 22nd, and I'm just doing that to make sure that if we see that payment in there, we close this case out and dismiss it all together. If we don't see that payment in there, then we're going to have you back on that day.
No, I'll do it it'll be done within 2 hours.
Very well. Have a great day, sir.
Now I have one question for you, sir. When I go into the district court to pay it, is there any, how do they know it's going for this? I guess my question.
Because you only have one open case.
Okay, so what's the case number then? I need that.
18529.
Whoa. Repeat, start over again, please.
18529-6071.
Okay, and then I should be able to handle that from there.
You should be.
Yeah, I'll pay it today, and then call that number after I pay it. Right?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Have a great day, sir.
You too.
So let's go back on the record with Carl Anthony Gardner, and I still don't see an offer in here for him. There's an offer in here? All right, here's the offer. To take care of all of this, the city attorney wants you to plead. Are you going to amend this to passenger? Okay, he's not giving you any amendment to it. It's going to be pleading to 2 counts, it appears.
2 or 3. There's 3 in there.
I don't see 3.
Look at the very back of the one. It's 116.
Yeah, I think that's a duplicate.
Nope. 116, 120, 121.
Well, only on here it says it only has one on here. It only has two counts written on here. Open it.
I know, I'm dismissed the third.
Oh, I don't see the third, but
It's just somewhere, with all those dismissals. I want him to do the alcohol, driving, you know, the alcohol awareness class.
alcohol burden, right. That's new to me and I don't see that on here.
Yeah, so.
All right.
The highway safety class. It's like mad.
All right, it appears, see, this is the same one, 16.
No.
See, this
What's this right here?
That's a no insurance.
Let me see the file. It's three, it's actually three in there.
I don't think so. I think you're not paying attention to the case number, but I looked on the computer, all I see is 2. So here's the deal. They want you to plead to the 2 counts straight up of the open intox passenger. It appears like you like to have your gin and juice. I already said that. You're Mr. Gardner. But
Yes, sir.
So with that being said, other matters will be dismissed. Then he indicated that he wants you to take some sort of alcohol highway safety class. So we'd have you back.
First three are the alcohol class, off the alcohol.
So let's see. You got 1, 2, and 3. You do have 3 open intoxes. I don't know, what would you like to do, sir? I can give you a trial date. I'll fine you $240 for each one of them.
And I dismissed over 10 points.
And you've got other tickets that carry a lot of points to them as well. He's dismissing those, and then you take the alcohol highway safety class.
Yes, sir. I'm willing to take that.
You might need some alcohol treatment.
Alcohol safety class, I'm willing to do that, sir.
I said you might need some alcohol treatment. That's what you might need. Let's see. This is ridiculous. How old are you, sir?
I'll be 62 next month.
All right. All right, so you want to take the class, sir?
Yes, sir.
Let's do you have a problem with alcohol, sir?
I did, sir. I have really slowed down from that now. My wife been on my butt about it.
No, it's not about slowing down. So that tells me you still have a problem with it.
Yes, well, I drink a beer.
It's a problem. You really don't need to do any more alcohol anymore.
Yes, sir. She back here jumping for joy.
Say that again?
My wife back here jumping for joy.
Put your wife on the line, please.
Did you say something, sir?
I said, put your wife on the line, please.
Yes, sir. Here she is.
Okay. Wow. Good morning,
ma'am.
Judge.
Good morning. Can you state your name for the record, please?
Carla Gardner.
All right. Good morning, Miss Gardner. I kind of was making light of the situation a little earlier when I said he likes to have his gin and juice. Apparently, I don't know what his choice of liquor is, but now he says he's drinking beer. But just looking at his record, it just, you're 62 years old, sir.
Yes, sir.
And how many kids do you have?
I have 2. 4, actually.
4 kids, they're all adults, right? And they have probably kids, right?
Yes, sir.
Some of them might even have kids by now, right?
Not yet, sir.
On their way, soon to be, right? You keep living and you'll see that, I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
And the allegations right now is that you're driving around drinking. You already faced a couple of drunk drivings. And your wife is over here jumping for joy because I'm sure she's tired of it.
Yes, sir. When you were saying everything, I was like, yes, he finally hearing it from somebody else because it's true.
He hears it from a lot of different people. He chooses not to listen. Okay. So, are you working, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have you back in 30 days.
Yes, sir.
We're going to set it for a pretrial. In that 30 days, you are ordered not to drink anything. You are going to have to test randomly twice a week. All right, so we're going to make sure, so this is going to be a crash course in sobriety. In that 30 days, I want you to take the alcohol highway safety course. Can we get a referral to probation? And this is going to be the terms and conditions of your bond. I'm going to put a $0 bond on you, but I will change that if I have any notice of you drinking, any allegations at all. If I test you right now, sir, what would the test be?
Right now, I'm fine.
Did you have anything to drink yesterday?
Yes, sir. I had a beer.
Just one beer, sir?
Yes, sir.
I'm not inclined to believe that. A big, tall one.
A can of beer, sir. Watching the Lions football game yesterday.
I'm not even gonna ask your wife to chime in on that. I just don't.
I wouldn't lie to you, sir. I'm letting you know. I only drink one beer.
You can make that representation all day long. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. So that's what the order of the court is going to be for today. So we're not even going to allow you to enter into this agreement until you come back on November 17th, 2021. So I don't mean to impose any undue hardship on you for the cost of those testings. How much does that testing cost? $10 a piece or something?
It was here, but I don't know, he's gonna have to do it off-site, because they don't offer it here.
Is there any way we can find out what
I
that
can find
costs?
out.
But I just can't for the life of me understand a 62-year-old man that's got kids, that you feel it necessary to get behind the wheel and with liquor in your car. And it tells me that you're very close to getting that, or getting another charge with another drunk driving. You may have just gotten lucky and the officer gave you a break. But all I can do is I'm going to do the best I can to help pay your wife out. I'm trying to find out the cost of that. So with that being said, sir, I can allow you to speak to, now, here it is. I can allow you to speak to Mr. Boffman in the breakout room. And you do have a right to a trial. Even if you take that trial right, you don't want to enter into this agreement, you're still going to be under the same bond conditions that I just left you. So we'll give you that opportunity to speak with Mr. Boffman in the breakout room. But it's time to stop neglecting these matters.
Yes, sir.
Too old for this stuff, sir.
Yes, sir.
And also, is it possible to tell me how much approximately each test will run? It's either. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. Mr. Torres, the supervisor of probation, needs to find out that information. He's going to call me back in 5 minutes.
All right, if you want to know what that testing costs, we're going to get that answer for you. Just give us 5 minutes. If you're not concerned about that, that's
I am
gonna
concerned.
All right, so just sit tight, sir. We're going to pass the matter, and then you can make a decision. I can put you in a breakout room with Mr. Boffman. You can make a decision. And if you want to speak to Mr. Boffman and give him an opportunity to make some representations on your behalf, maybe I should possibly do something a little differently, then I'll definitely hear that and entertain that. However, we're going to get that information for you. So what would you like to do? Would you like to speak with him in the breakout room?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, join that room, please. Mr. Griffin, are you just watching the show, or
I had a question. I didn't want to interrupt. I had a question. So, I just got to invite to join the room. I'm not joining that room, right? I'm staying in here just asking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got put the wrong person in the room. All right, so no, I'm sorry. You're very well. Okay. Gardner. Let's see. All right.
Now I'm working from home. I had to go work and come back, but I have a question. So, you said I had to pay the $245 fees. Is that like reinstatement fee? Is that what that is?
Reinstatement fees.
And then after that, is there any other fees? Because I've been paying off tickets and stuff for a while, and I'm just
no. You should be fine. That's the only thing I saw is two $45 reinstatement fees.
Yeah, that should be it. That should be it. So just those two fees, and how long for the clearance to actually be active?
Well, the clearance, it's supposed to be immediately, but Mr. Boffman, join that breakout room to talk to Mr. Gardner.
I only wanted to ask, Your Honor, if this offer included the 2016 cases that he has warrants for. I was just looking for
everything. He's getting a very good deal in the sense that he hasn't had a license in years anyway.
Understood.
He's at 4 points in those open intoxes, but. And then I'll give you an opportunity to speak with the city attorney, and you can talk to him. So, I'm going to give you every opportunity to represent your client.
I get it. I'll be right back.
So, that's it, sir. You just, the 2 reinstatement fees, you'll be clear here. Generally, I've seen it take, 42 to 72 hours to get to that Secretary of State.
Okay, and I'll still need to go to Secretary of State and apply for a physical.
I don't know what your situation is. Sometimes they'll automatically reinstate those licenses, but you say you have some other stuff going on.
No,
you just
that's it. That's
you're
it.
gonna get that stuff paid off as soon as possible would be the first thing I would suggest. And it would probably take 42 hours or so for that to get there. It should be immediate, but sometimes I've seen take up to 42 or I'd say 72 hours, whatever. But I would approach the Secretary of State sometime in the middle of the week, and then you can ask them what you need to do.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Is there
Have a great one.
Judge.
Yes.
I just went online and tried to pay the ticket you asked me to pay.
So in the future,
but I don't actually see that ticket. So I don't know if I should just come down. I don't
know if Ms. Nash has been able to have time to put that in the system for you.
Okay.
Gibson,
I finished everything.
you finished Gibson, so we have Mr.
Somebody that said they had a bond, no, did not have a bond.
Okay, Mr. Ernest Gibson. You should be good. You have to pay 18,424, 8571. That's the one you're gonna pay the 240 on.
18,424, 18,424.
No, 18,424, 8571.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that's the one you're gonna pay 240 on. Come back on Friday and we'll see what we can do about these other ones.
Okay, thank you.
Have a great day.
So I have some information about the urinalysis testing.
How much is that?
He said $20 to $25. Depends on the location. They're gonna try to get something that's closer to them, to the defendant. But he doesn't know, exactly how much. It depends on the location.
All right. Mr. Lanson. You know me and I know you. Can you unmute yourself, sir? You gotta unmute yourself.
Okay.
All right, good afternoon.
Okay, good afternoon. How do you know me?
Because your son played baseball with my son.
Oh, my son Michael.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha, yes.
Don't you paint houses?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. My son Will, they played on a little league together for a number of years, or at least competed together.
Yeah, the girls play Little League, correct.
Maybe that World Series team that time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they were great.
Mm-hmm. How's your son doing?
He's doing very well, very well.
That's good, good.
Yep.
And William just played last night. He plays for Michigan State soccer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he just had a game last night and they won. It was senior night. So he's a senior now and he's trying to go to the next level.
Wow, that's awesome. I told Mike he should have stayed with college, but he didn't do that. He got tied up with his girlfriend, and the girlfriend, they're still together. But still, he lives with the girl. They're living together. They're gonna move. Her mother passed away just the 20th of August, and they're gonna move. Mike is gonna move into her house. He's gonna buy the house.
Is he still in Grosse Pointe?
Yes, he is. He's right over here on Maryland.
Very good. Tell him we said hi.
I sure will.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. Let's call the cases. This is the City of Detroit versus Keith Allen Lanson. Case numbers 18. Let me strike that. Case number SP 108-08251. Mr. Lanzon, I see that you have paid a related civil infraction, a failure to stop ticket, sir. And the only issue that I have with people paying civil infractions, I know that you try to get ahead of things and you want to take care of the stuff, but when you pay those things outright like that, you're signing yourself up for the 2 points that you have on that. You're automatically admitting responsibility.
Okay, yeah.
So are you there, Counselor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right. Would you like to make a motion on Mr. Lanzon's behalf?
Sure, I'm moving that the instant case be dismissed for the reason that he has paid an accompanying civil infraction and he has incurred a liability by paying that civil infraction of points to his driving record. In the interest of justice, I'd like to know if you would dismiss this case, Your Honor.
Well, let's just see if we can do them one better.
All right.
Let's see if we can, you didn't have a lawyer when you paid that ticket, did you, Mr. Lanzon?
No.
Your Honor, I would move here that since the defendant did not know that paying that ticket was an admission of guilt, that in fact what he wanted to do was arrange a court date here today where we could take that into consideration and make it a part of today's disposition. Would you consider setting aside that that payment and that admission here and opening that case and making it part of today's resolution?
All right. What we'll do is we'll grant Counselor's motion to set aside the default. We will, and the offer as it's written in the file is to plead for the failure to stop ticket, the amended count of blocking traffic, and dismiss the no insurance misdemeanor. So if you want to take that, sir, we will allow you to take that, and I'll fine you $210 based on you already have paid that $210 toward the failure to stop. I'll fine you $210 for the blocking traffic. I'll waive the warrant fee. All you'll owe is a $45 reinstatement fee if you want to take that deal.
But Your Honor, can I just explain this, please?
Let me let you speak with the lawyer in the breakout room. Join that room, Mr. Lanzon. All right, Mr. Boffman.
Yes, Your Honor.
What does let's go back on the record with Mr. Carl Gardner.
Yes, Your Honor.
I did get information that testing is going to cost about $25 per test. So if that's the case, that'll be about $200 total for the month. I gave you an opportunity, and we're back on the record with Carl Anthony Gardner. I gave you an opportunity to speak with counsel in the breakout room. And Counselor, do you have, you want to make some representations on behalf of your client?
Sure, Your Honor. I did inform the defendant of his right to a trial in this matters, as well as those rights attendant to trial. He knows that he could move forward and ask that these matters be set for trial. My understanding is that he wants to waive his right to a trial and plead pursuant to the recommendation. We also discussed the nuances of open alcohol as a passenger and as a driver, and the fact that under the current plea obligations, he would be assessed points on his driving record, and that those would stay on a part of his driving record for 3 years until they fell off. My understanding is that he's going to waive those rights here and now and plead guilty, Your Honor.
And all right, so what we talked about was the testing, and but also we talked about, I gave him that information about how much that testing would cost. Not trying to place an undue hardship on your client, but I am I am trying to, you know, to make it understood that this type of behavior is not going to be, this type of behavior is not going to be allowed in this court. I do that also to stress the importance. Mr. Gardner has indicated that he has kids. I'm sure he's got young kids in his family, and his friends have, their kids have kids. And it's just time in this day and era. I mean, I know you come from the old school, sir, probably back in the day where you'd be drinking and driving or doing some of this stuff and the officer just let you go home. But now is a different time, thankfully. And quite frankly, you know, this comes from a lot of the advocacy that Mothers Against Drunk Driving have done. And when you really put it in perspective, you have a mom that's part of these organizations, and fathers as well, but it's just it's just labeled as Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and friends and relatives, and they have lost people because other people choose to think of themselves and get behind the wheel after they partied up and had a great time, and they've killed some people.
Yes, sir.
And I know it'd be tough for me to forgive someone that had made that decision and killed or seriously injured one of my loved ones or somebody that I knew. And I can only imagine that you would have, it'd be tough for you to forgive that person as well. So I'm not, you know, I know that people make mistakes, but this just looks like too much of a pattern for you, that you feel too comfortable doing these type of things. That's why the court, and the fact of the matter is, you of all people, just on the basis of how long you've lived and what you've seen in your life,
Yes, sir.
should know a lot better than this. But you haven't. You haven't. And then it's you know, I have a friend of mine that has 2 drunk drives, and I asked him, and I won't say his name, but I asked him, I said, "Are you done?"
I'm done, sir.
No, well, he says, I don't think it's a problem for me.
No, I'm done.
Here in the comforts of my own home or something. And I said, no, you know something, it wouldn't be a problem for you to have a beer in the comforts of your own home. But the problem goes when you
go on driving.
Yes. Go and drive.
Yes.
He's gone through all those months of sobriety, still thinks it's okay. You have to, for some point, recognize I have a problem.
Yes.
And if you can't go without beer, if you can't go without some sort of liquor in your system, then it's a problem. And if your wife is giving you all these indicators, you know, thank God for a wife. How long have you been married?
25.
Thank God for that.
Yes.
I have my wife telling me the same thing every day, tired of it, but still in my corner. And it was a point where I said, listen, I'm done. September 18th on her birthday, she convinced me of 2007. She convinced me to have a drink with her. I was done before that. That was my last drink I ever had.
Yes, sir.
And I haven't missed it, period. But I'm not saying that you need to completely not drink, but you might need to not drink at all because it might make yourself a better home, and I know your wife will be happier for it, but at least you need to have sense enough not to get behind the wheel of the car. So,
yes, sir.
So do you want to take this deal today, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to, for your client, before you go in that breakout room, I'll give your client and let your client plead to these matters. I'm going to still have them back on November the 17th, and so you can show proof of that highway safety class. And because of the financial burden that I don't want it to cause them, I'm going to reduce that to 1 time a week testing. All right, Mr. Baughman?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you kindly. We would respectfully.
All right.
Thank you.
Join that breakout room. We'll take care of Mr.
Okay. Be right back.
All right. All right, Mr. Gardner, can you raise your right hand, please?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Or you can put your hand down, sir. And I want to thank your wife, Ms. Gardner.
Yes, sir.
I really want to thank you, because, everybody needs somebody. And when I was younger, I didn't recognize or think of how much strain that it had on my wife and my family for drinking. And when I stopped, I'd go, out with my wife, go to the bar or go to, whatever this club or whatever, wherever we were. And I could just see how after sitting there for an hour or two or whatever time we were there, how just looking at people and see how their demeanor and how everything changed about them when they started drinking. And they were totally different people when they do that. My buddy that I spoke about, he still drinks to this day. And that's what he wants to do. Hopefully he's not getting behind the wheel of a vehicle, but I'll sit at his house and I'll just have to leave after a certain amount of time because that liquor starts to talk. And my father used to call it 8 gravy. It's 8 gravy. So you just acting a fool. And it's just like, I have to go. So I can only applaud you for still sticking by his side and being in his ear. So the least I can do is help you out and make sure that during the pendency of this case, he will not drink. And if he does, the $240 fine, can sentence him up to 93 days in jail and or a $500 fine. And I'm going to make him aware of that before he takes this plea. And if I do get some positive test results back, then he will be looking at some jail time.
You won't have to worry about that, sir.
Well, you're going to have to worry about that. You're going to have to worry about whether you can put that beer down for the next couple of days. And I know everybody thinks that they can beat the system, but it's going to be a random test. And you may be able to beat it if you continue to drink, and then you can take that chance. That's going to be on you. But I'll tell you this, if I get something where I haven't seen you test, or if I get something where there's some positive tests, because with the biggest thing, especially when you're practicing, you'll see them, oh, I couldn't test today, I had to go to work. I couldn't do it then. Well, you know what the judge always says, and rightfully so, well, hey, I'm going to consider that as a positive test because, what else do I know? All I can say is that probably you were drinking and you didn't want to take the test. But so those type of things come up. Sometimes the judge is right. Sometimes the other person is right, but the other person has to go with what the judge says. So during that time, if you want to try to take that beer during the Lions game or whatever football game and take that chance, that's up to you. All right. But
yes, sir.
I'm going to do what I have to do if I see some positive tests or if I see some mistests.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor, because just recently, he had an accident in our driveway. Totaled his car, hit my car bad, where it cost about $900 to get fixed, and knocked in the garage, in the driveway.
And thank God it was just in the driveway where that little kid didn't get hit or his family didn't lose their loved one, because again, you want to go out and do what you want to do.
Yes, and we do have 9 grandkids. So
Okay.
I don't know how he skipped over that question, but we got 9 grandkids.
That liquor's got him so clouded, he don't even know how many grandkids he got, huh?
Yes, I do,
He
sir.
asked you that. So all the help we can get, I really appreciate it.
I don't care whether he's mad or not. Good for her for telling on him. You know, she's only looking out for you.
Sir, I'm not mad. I'm fine with this. Okay. I'm glad my wife is here. I'm glad you let me know what you're saying. I get it, sir. I understand. I'm too old for this.
I support that, Your Honor. He is not about evading responsibility at this point. He doesn't even want those options which we could have exercised today, which would have parlayed responsibility for the future. He's ready to take responsibility here and now.
Yes, sir.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, sir. Did I already swear you in? You raise your right hand.
You already did that.
Yes, sir. We did this. Are you talking about me?
Yes. Swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Oh, you talking
You talking to me?
No, I'm talking to you, Mr. Gardner.
Yes, sir. Okay.
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you understand the maximum possible penalty for the misdemeanor offenses, probably all the misdemeanor offenses that you've been charged with are either 90 days in jail and or $500 in fines, or 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
You understand by taking this offer today, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes, sir.
And has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Gardner, let me draw your attention to back to March the 12th, 2020 at around 8:50 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of 18411 Oakfield. Did you have an occasion on that day to be come encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes, sir.
And on that day, were you in a 2003 Chevy, sir?
2002, yes, sir.
All right, and on that day, sir, did you have some alcohol in that vehicle, sir?
Yes, sir.
And what did you have?
A beer, 2 beers in the car.
2 beers, and was at least one of those beers open?
One was open, and the other one was in the back seat.
And it had some alcohol in that open beer.
No, it was only one can open, sir, and the other one was not open.
I know, but in that open one, you had some alcohol, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's our driveway, 18411 Oakfield, in the driveway.
Yep. All right, that's still open intox in a motor vehicle. You're sitting in a motor vehicle. You have a beer that's open that has some beer in it, and
yes,
and you're in that vehicle.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to find you guilty as charged to open intox driver. Let me also draw your attention to February 1st, 2021 at around 11:59 a.m. He gets his beer early in the morning. You drink it all times a day. in the area of Jeffries Freeway Service Drive eastbound. So you weren't in Oakfield that day. Were you operating that same 2002 Chevy?
Yes, sir.
Did you have an occasion to come in contact with the Detroit police officer on that day?
Yes, sir.
So on that day, sir, did you have alcohol in that vehicle?
Yes, sir.
What did you have?
Beg your pardon?
What did you have?
Beer.
And then was it open, sir?
Yes, sir.
Was it alcohol in the open container?
Yes, sir.
And you were behind the wheel of this vehicle, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to find you guilty. Are you satisfied, counselor?
Yes, Your Honor, I am. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to find you guilty again of open intox driver as charged. With stipulation of probable cause, I'm going to dismiss all the other matters, which has really saved you another 10 or more points. With all those other matters on your driver's license. Can I get that stipulation, counselor?
So stipulated, Your Honor. Thank you.
I'm going to fine you $240. I'm going to order you to take the alcohol highway safety course. I'm going to also order testing once per week. And I stated for the record that if there's any indiscretions on these tests, the next court hearing, you're looking at jail time, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I'd advise you to put the beer down for yourself, for your family, for your job, for everything that you have. Anything further, counselor?
Not at this time, Your Honor. Thank you.
When can you pay?
If I could pay online, I could pay online, sir. The 200?
No, it's going to be 480, 240 apiece. I'll waive the fees.
I could start paying.
Let's do this. We're gonna have you back for a review on November the 17th, 2021. Review at 8:25 a.m. We're gonna have you pay by that date. Both of those $240 fines, that's $480. I'm gonna waive the warrant fees. I'm gonna require you to pay the reinstatement fees, which are plenty. So you gotta get to work, sir. Do some overtime, do whatever you need to do to get this money in here, and then make sure you take that course. I'm gonna give you a number to probation. You have an ink pen?
Yes.
313-965-3414. Call them by tomorrow morning.
You say call them tomorrow morning?
Yep, if they don't get in contact with you, call them by tomorrow afternoon, or sometime if you don't hear from them.
Okay.
All right, if there's nothing further, I want to make sure you understand everything that's required of you, sir. You understand everything?
Yes, sir.
All right, Miss Griffin, I really appreciate you being here, ma'am, and hopefully this will help out. The very little I can do. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. All right. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate everything, and thank you, sir, for being here. If there's anything else, if there's nothing else, you're free to leave.
I have one more question. All this information you just said about going to those testing sites, where would you get that information from?
Gonna get that from probation when he calls.
Oh, from the probation officer?
Yes.
So he's on probation for how long?
Well, we're gonna call it probation. We're call it probation for, let's say just a month probation. And that we'll see if we can get this matter behind us if he's met his obligations on the November the 17th. But keep in mind that if you haven't, then you're still gonna have that jail time on over you. All right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too.
You too, sir.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, now, let's go back on the record with Mr. Keith Allen Lanson. Mr.
Yes.
Lanson?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So, Mr.
Okay.
Lanson, do you understand what's going on now?
Yes.
I did have an opportunity to advise Mr. Lanson and kind of explain to him the process of what we were doing to remove that 2-point offense from out of default and allow him to have that case here dismissed based on his admission or plea to a reduced charge of improper plate, understanding that that's a no-point offense that does not abstract to the Secretary of State, and that we are in essence trying to help him and advise him as to, the future. He should make court dates and not be so anxious to pay tickets because he's incurring points. I think he's okay with the way we want to structure the disposition here today. Is that right, Mr. Lanson?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, yes.
All right, well, I just, I hate to see the, we already have an issue with the insurance cost in our area, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. And I don't see any good justification for it except for what was read in my eyes. They're going to talk about how, people not having a license and people, the cost that incurs for them to provide it, but I just don't buy it. Just see corporate executives getting bigger paychecks. That's the society that we're in. We're in a capitalist society, so everybody's looking to make as much money as they possibly can. So I'd rather give the people the opportunity, especially hardworking people I've known, you, Mr. Lanson, personally for quite some time, and I've seen the beautiful work that you've done. Although I never could afford your painting services myself, I would love to, but when I know good, that when you're good, you're good. So you get to get a little bit more out of it, and that's good. But I appreciate your son, and I'll let William know. But it's good to hear that he's doing good and gonna get married and doing the right things. I didn't expect anything less, but he certainly was a slugger. That's for sure. He'll hit a home run in a minute.
Yeah.
Way about the park. But with that being said, we were at the point where we set aside the default based on the motion your attorney has made. And the offer, which written by the city attorney, is to plead to the amended count of blocking traffic for that failure to stop ticket. And I'll fine you the $210 that you've already paid, and we'll dismiss the other no insurance ticket. I'll waive the warrant fee on that no insurance ticket, and I'll hold you responsible for the $45 reinstatement fee in that, and the matters will be closed. The matters will be closed today if you want to take that offer.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, the $45 reinstatement fee will just be paid on your own volition. I do see another $25 fee from a case that's, seems like it goes way back to 92. So just to clear up everything, you would just spend 65.
Yeah, because I don't know, I didn't understand that 92 thing, how the lady asked me about in 1992.
Yeah,
You know?
I don't know.
What is that?
So it was a driving while license suspended. You entered a plea in 95. And at that time, seems like you had a lot of bond money that went toward this, but maybe that's a $25 reinstatement fee.
That's what it is. It used to be 25 before it was 45.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the $25 reinstatement fee. So I don't know if that's gonna have any effect on your driver's license, but it possibly could. So I would suggest that after the day, you just go online and pay that $65 and you'll know you'll have clearances here at the 36th District Court. So with that said, we'll just make this easy. Will your client stipulate to the face of the ticket as an accurate factual basis for the stop, counselor?
Yes, Your Honor, so stipulated for the purposes of the disposition today.
All right, and for the purposes of today, based on that stipulation, I'm gonna find your client responsible for blocking traffic. I'm gonna fine your client $210. And with that $210 has already been paid. That will close this matter out. For the no insurance in misdemeanor dismissal, where your client stipulates probable cause for the stop.
Yes, Your Honor, so stipulated. Thank you.
With that stipulation, I'm going to dismiss this matter. I'm going to waive the warrant fees, and I'm going to require you, Mr. Lanson, to pay the reinstatement fee of $45. And I just advise that that is another $25 fee in the system. And if you pay that, I don't know how that'll affect your driver's license, but that's a total of $70. You should have complete clearance here at 36th District Court.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. I appreciate that. I can't hear him.
Anything further?
Nothing.
All right. With that, you're free to leave, Mr. Lanson. I just tell everybody in the park I said hi.
Okay, I'll see you in the neighborhood.
All right. See you.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Gilbert just signed in all late.
Yeah, yes.
I looked at your tickets. I wonder if you were going to show up. All right,
Yeah,
so
my apologies. So I was just charging my phone. It was dead.
All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Brandon Deshaun Gilbert. It goes further than just the 3 tickets that are on the docket today. Let's make sure. Okay. What's your date of birth, sir?
March 8th, 2000.
All right, same age as my son. He's March 15th. Hope you don't have all these driving problems like you do, though. So let's see. This is the city of Detroit versus Brandon Deshaun Gilbert. Case number SP 119-66761, SP 122-9491, counts 1 and 2. Also, SP 122-94941. It appears that you paid those dog tickets, at least some of them.
Yeah.
That's what's all on the docket today. You've got these driving matters that you need to get this license. So based on that, I need to get you an updated offer. The city attorney has stepped out. But you owe 65 for one case, 65 for another case, and 65 for another case.
I was coming to show proof the other dog was vaccinated, and
Yeah, but the problem here is that you entered a guilty plea on that, and it seems like you owe $65. You entered a guilty plea.
Oh yeah, okay.
What's going on with this dog?
It's nothing anymore. It was just a few problems. Yeah, I made a mistake in, bit one of the DTE people.
He didn't make a mistake. He meant to bite.
He meant, but we could have, been handled better. But,
well, it could have been handled better. How could it have been handled better? Let's talk about that.
I mean, they could have came and, knocked on our door.
All right, but okay, so no, how could you have handled things better?
I would have knocked on their door if I would have seen a crazy dog barking at me.
See, I'm a person that understands that things happen.
Yeah, things.
But I'm also a person that believes in people accepting responsibility and for what they can control, right? So you what type of dog is it?
He's a pit. Right.
So you taking on a responsibility to get yourself a dog. And,
yeah, I'm taking on.
I don't know, whatever reason, for lack of training. Well, I don't know, the dog. I like pits, so I'm not the kind of just gonna beat up on a pit bull or their owners. But the dog is your responsibility. So when you have a dog, you accept the responsibilities and all of the things that come with it. So if the dog bites somebody, is it their responsibility to come to you and say, "Oh, Mr. Gilbert, we should handle this way"? Or is it your responsibility to make sure that your dog is restrained so that it can't possibly get to anybody?
Yeah.
I mean, what is it? You didn't sound too sure. That was a question I was asking.
Your second question sounded better.
So you want to blame the DTE guy for getting bit and not coming to you and handle this a little differently. I wouldn't handle it differently either if I'm trying to do my job and I get bit by a dog.
I mean, everybody can do what it's their choice. I'm not saying
you still not really getting it though.
No, I do know what you're saying.
I bid that the dog, these kids are out here and the dog mauls a little kid to death. That a few years ago on the news, there was a male guy where the dog got at somebody and the dog just wouldn't stop. They were beating the dog with sticks and stuff, and they had it all filmed on the thing. Do you think that they should have to go around the neighborhoods and worry about that? Or while they're doing their jobs, or do you think that you should have your dog restrained so your dog can't possibly get to these people?
Yeah, I should have my dog restrained in my property.
I think so too. So, I mean, I don't mean to be lecturing you. Well, I guess I do mean to be lecturing, but it's just a situation where, as adults, we have to take responsibility for our actions and what we can control. Now, there's some things out there that you can't control, and things, but definitely a dog, you're controlling that dog. And if you can't get control of that dog, then you don't need to have it. And the people are under no obligation to handle things the way that you feel that you handle. He's mad as it can be. So with that being said, I see that you already entered into guilty pleas. Let's see how you did that. Under a 12-month delayed sentence, the matter will be dismissed. I think you were here I don't know if you were here that day. I don't have it in the file here. The matters will be dismissed if your dog doesn't get any more
complaints
situations. So
oh yeah,
that's already been done. You owe $65 for each of those 3 tickets that you got, but you need to clear your driver's license up, and that's what we'll give you an opportunity to do today. So with that situation, I got driving my license suspended, expired plates, drove my license suspended. I'll offer you an allowing unlicensed driver to drive, and I'll dismiss the other matters. I'll fine you $240, and that too will be dismissed. If you pay that $240, and we'll dismiss all the other matters.
Okay, sir.
You want to take that deal, sir, or you have a right to a trial too. If you want a trial date, and you can speak to Mr. Baughman in the breakout room.
I just take that deal.
All right, can you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, sir, you can put your hand down. Sir, you understand the maximum possible penalty for this misdemeanor is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
You understand you have a right to a trial?
Yes.
You understand that by taking this offer, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
I didn't hear that.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, very well. Sir, let me draw your attention to June the 11th, 2021. In the city of Detroit, in the area of Cadillac and Mack Avenue, sir, did you have an occasion on that day to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yeah.
On that day, were you asked to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes.
And you couldn't do so, could you?
I did.
You what?
No, I did. It was I had expired plates.
Did you have a valid driver's license on that day?
Yeah, I had my license. Oh.
Was it valid?
Oh, it probably wasn't. Yeah, I see what you. My bad. Yeah. No.
It wasn't valid that day?
No, I don't know. It wasn't valid that day.
If it was valid, we'll give you another offer. But if it wasn't valid, then this will be the offer, and I'll fine you $240. This is a misdemeanor, but it'll be dismissed upon payment. So,
all right.
Was it valid or not?
Oh no, it wasn't valid.
That is
all right. I'm going to find you guilty of the amended count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive and fine you $240. I'll take that under a 3-month delayed sentence. I will dismiss it immediately upon payment. And with stipulation of probable cause, I'll dismiss all the other matters.
So stipulated. Thank you, Your Honor.
And just for the record, those V tickets that I called, they were all pled on July the hold on July the 20th, 2021. So he's already entered into, maybe that's set up because review today, because we wanted to make sure that you paid. And that's why this was set for a review. And you haven't paid. So on those tickets, we're gonna give you the 3 months that we would give you for the other delayed sentence ticket. But again, that misdemeanor will be dismissed immediately upon payment. So I'm gonna give you January 18, 2022 to pay that. I'm gonna set it up for another review. Are you working?
Okay.
Are you working?
No, I'm currently looking. I'm on going to the tent.
You want to do some, do you have a high school diploma, sir?
Yeah. Yes.
There's the Wayne County Sheriff needs people very bad. I can put you in touch with the Wayne County Sheriff, under sheriff that's recruiting, and the City of Detroit Police Department needs people very bad. Would you like to take one of those opportunities or try both of those opportunities, sir?
I'm okay. And I have and I gotta still get my license together. How they gonna recruit me?
You're getting your license together now. You know, do you want to take? I didn't say that they were going to actually recruit you. I'm saying that it is an opportunity. These are career jobs. That sheriff job starts at $46,000 a year.
Right.
I'm giving you an opportunity to at least be able to approach them, and I'll give you a direct line to that. Yeah. He's not ready. I don't think. All right. Review January 18th, 2022 at 8:25 a.m. for all N to D tickets included in on it.
Okay.
Okay. So, Mr. Baughman, that'll conclude the morning.
Sorry for the slow start, Your Honor. With your permission, I'd like to stand by until, for like 5 or 10 minutes to see if Mr. Gibson comes back on. I don't think he meant to cut himself.
No, I don't necessarily think he meant to do it either.
Yeah.
But definitely, we can stay online for a little while longer, and I don't know if it's anything else we need to do with him. He's already gotten. He understands, hopefully understands everything that's required of him.
Your Honor, I got that on the record. Do I need to stay? Will you be putting anything else on for Mr. Gilbert?
No, I'm done with Mr. Gilbert as far as those cases are concerned. So, all right, with that being said, you're free to leave, Ms. Williams-Law.
Thank you.
If you just want to. All right, have a great morning, rest of the morning.
You too.
If you want to just stay online, Mr. Baughman.
Yes, Your Honor.
We can, if he shows up.
Or I'll just remain until 11:30 with your permission, okay?
Certainly. I appreciate you wanting to see if you can help the young man out.
Sure. He needs to. No, matter of fact, I need that contact information. I want to pass that to my son, if you don't mind. He's got a strapping 28-year-old young man who's healthy as an ox, has a clean record, and graduated from Western Michigan, and he would love that opportunity.
I mean, it's a good one. I've presented that to my daughter. She's not interested in that.
Yeah.
So